since I have been here talking to you via the little camera. And I figure, yeah, it's time for a little update and see kind of where we're all at. I am, I'm recording this on April 11th, Friday, April 11th. And tomorrow, April 12th, baby girl will be 4 weeks old. So I'll be 4 weeks postpartum. And then on Sunday, I turned 36. So a lot going on here in the last little bit. 4 weeks postpartum, and I'm starting to really look towards getting back into training. So looking at getting back into training next week, which will put me, in that 4 to 5 week time frame. And by getting back into training, I won't be quite working with a coach just yet. I'm going to be kind of just easing back into things, doing, I've started swimming more consecutively. So I've actually I swam Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So I'm 4 days in a row this week, all about 1,800 to 2K. And it's actually, swimming feels really, really good on my body. So I've been doing that the most. And then on top of that, I have been walking. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. Excuse me. Might try to cut that out. And I have been mostly walking. I have hopped on the bike a couple of times and things have been feeling fairly good. But I took this week, so this is we'll call this week 3 into 4 postpartum. I took this week really, really, really easy because I wanted to get back into training and exercising and all those things out on a more consistent and more of like a quote unquote training standpoint versus just moving standpoint starting next week. And so I backed everything off this week. I only walked and swam and really took it really easy in order to just make sure that my body was ready next week. And I really think it is ready to start moving into more kind of actual training. And I say that because I can walk 3 miles under an hour now and do that with no discomfort, no pain, anything. Swimming doesn't cause any discomfort or pain or anything like that. And so I think I've kind of moved in that right direction. So that's kind of where we're, headed, is just moving towards kind of building over the next 4 weeks. And then we'll kind of see where things go from there. And I'm hoping to start racing kind of the end of August, early September timeframe, but we're going to play that by ear, see how everything, how the body feels and where all that goes. For kind of an update, how the last 4 weeks have been, a baby girl is amazing. She is super cuddly, as you can see. This is our favorite spot. We spend a lot of time right here. And she's just such a wonderful addition to our family. It's definitely added some chaos, but the chaos, I don't think that goes away no matter how many kids you have. So she's just a wonderful, wonderful addition. She's relatively easy compared to my other 2 kids, which is nice. However, this postpartum has been a wild one for me. I really struggled with some postpartum anxiety, not quite postpartum depression, but more postpartum anxiety for the first little bit of time frame. And thankfully, I recognized it really early and went in and basically told my doctor, like, I'm not waiting the 2 weeks to see if this stabilizes. Something is wrong with me. And I want to go. I want this looked at. I want to see what's wrong with me, and I want to do something about it, because if I had waited those 2 weeks, it would have been a really miserable 2 weeks, and it had already been a really long 8 days. So that I got under control. It kind of feels like then this week my body has really turned a corner. I had a really challenge, this was a much harder labor than my other 2 labors. She was sunny side up, so that made it kind of challenging. I struggled with some blood pressure issues. My blood pressure was really, really, really low, and so they kept having to do stuff to help mitigate that. And then on top of that, after the delivery, my uterus would not close. So in delivery, your uterus should close with they do an external massage of, it's called your fundus, and they do an external massage of kind of around your belly button to get the placenta to come out and then to get the uterus to close. Mine was not closing. And so they had to do a internal massage and an external massage. Very weird, not fun. Not fun at all. And on top of that, I was bleeding a fair amount because of it. So I had to be given some stuff to help with that. And then it took a long time to get that to close. So I was in a lot more pain and my body felt a lot more beat up after this delivery than the other two. And so that's kind of what I've been dealing with these last couple of weeks, is just really focusing on trying to allow my body to recover. And then the wild range of emotions and anxiety that I have been experiencing really kind of made a lot of this a lot more challenging. So that's kind of where we've been the last 4 weeks. Just kind of moving in the newborn bubble and living it, fully immersed in it. I am pumping every 90 minutes to 2 hours at the moment, which means that I'm basically tied to the house and the pump. And I'm hoping that kind of goes away here soon. And so I do that all night long, which means I'm getting about 4 to 5 hours of sleep every night, but it's broken into 90-minute to 2-hour chunks. And she sleeps really well, which is great, but I sleep very medium. So I am going to hop on the bike today, I think, and then I don't know what I'm doing this weekend for training, but the goal being to get back into training more regularly and consistently next week. And I don't know what I'm going to bring you guys along for, but I'll bring you along for little bits of it. And then moving forward, as we kind of navigate getting back into training and all those things, my goal is to hopefully provide more content for you here on YouTube and kind of bring you along on this whole journey as I work to get back to racing as a mom of 3, and racing for fun and racing competitively and getting back out there. So yeah, bringing you guys along to the best I can, and we'll try to document the journey a little bit. So all right, let's see where we're headed next. All right, so here we are getting ready to hop on the bike. It's been over a week, or maybe a full week. I can't remember when I last got on the bike. Over a week since I got on the bike last. I had tried I had done a couple of rides before this week. I think it's been about a week, and then like I said in my little introduction, I decided to take basically a full week off and just kind of let my body do what it needed to do, and to get myself ready to maybe actually start training. So, but I had swam quite a few days in a row, and I felt like my body needed a break from swimming, my shoulders specifically. So here I am. Putting my socks on, getting ready to ride the bike for the first time in a week. I don't know how long I'm going to ride for. I put in the Training Peaks a hour 40 ride. I doubt I'll ride for an hour 40, just because I haven't ridden in a week and I'm just kind of getting back into things, but it's there as an option. It is toasty here in this garage. I'm so toasty that my feet are sweating and I'm having a hard time putting my socks on. All right, there we go. So yeah, it's nice to be, I don't know why my camera's not tracking me. There we go. Nice to be back, hopefully back to actually doing some training and feeling good about it. And yeah, let's hop on the bike. 30 minutes into this bike. I just got done with a 20-minute warm-up, and then I did 6 by 30 seconds, like activation. We'll call them high intensity VO2, I don't know, just short efforts. They aren't really VO2 efforts because can't handle that. So idea being just to get my muscular system, my neuromuscular system activated and firing again. And then we're doing a little recovery here, and I'm going to go into 5 by 3 minutes at like 78% effort. I didn't really adjust my FTP on here, or my threshold, so it might actually tip the zone a little higher than I need it to be. So if I don't hit the watts, I don't hit the watts. I really don't care. The idea being to just kind of start waking the body up for the bike, and it definitely was a good call to take this week. Easy. I feel so much better today on the bike than I did last week. So it's just really good. Give me, like, I can't think of the word I'm looking for, but confidence in moving into training next week. So, all right, I'm gonna do my recovery and crack on. Just finished. Oh, did I scare you? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Just finished my ride, and baby girl woke up right as I walked in and was hungry. So here we are. And mom's gonna have a quick something too, because I am hungry. That kind of cold. Yeah. I still need to shower and pump as well because my boobs are out of control at the moment. But somebody was hungry, and it's been almost 2 hours since I held her, and so mommy needs her baby girl love. I definitely can't be away from her too long just yet. Like, well, I can, but I get really sad and I miss her. Yeah, I miss you. Yeah. Well, tell me. Oh, we may need a new diaper as well. So we're gonna have our food and probably sign off for the day. See y'all. Okay, so today is Saturday the 12th. I am officially 4 weeks postpartum today. I am headed to the pool here, obviously, since I'm sitting here in my bathing suit. I'm gonna do a little bit of a swim, and yeah, that's kind of about it for today. Taking today a lot easier, well, mostly on purpose because we had soccer this morning. So we're gonna hop in the pool. Swimming's been feeling really good right now during kind of this postpartum time frame. And while it is still really slow. So I cannot seem to get my speed back just yet, but my endurance is improving. So I'm kind of hoping like my endurance will improve and then my speed will show up. We'll see how that all goes. And, but I'm just gonna get in and swim somewhere between 2K and 2,400. So somewhere about 45 minutes. And random assortment. Kind of sticking to like 50s. I'm also doing a lot of pulling right now, just to kind of more just build my endurance than anything. We're not really focused on anything else besides building some of my endurance back. And this will be my 5th swim for the week. So yeah, we're enjoying swimming. It's also like 100 degrees out, so makes it more fun. All right, here we go. Swim done, probably the best one that I've had so far. Still keeping it at about 2,400 yards, but I actually was able to get some of my hundreds under 140 per yard, which is awesome because I haven't been able to do that. Oops, just dropped my phone. I haven't been able to do that since I started swimming. So I felt like I was actually able to get a workout in, which felt really good. So now it's time for me to go pick up the baby because she went and hung out with Grandma for a little bit. It's been perfect because it gives me Grandma a chance to hang out with Kayla, but then I'm not away from her for too long because I'm still struggling to be away from her for much more than like an hour. Just mentally, more than anything. It has nothing to do with anything besides just I want to be around her like every minute of the day. And yeah, I'm not sure how that's going to work once I start like training, but I will figure it out. So, yeah, overall, honestly, the body's feeling really good, and that makes me really excited for next week and getting like actually started training. A little bit more structure. I'm going to try to hit a little bit more volume and be a little bit more consistent with it next week. So, all right, happy 4 weeks postpartum to me. Yay! All right, guys, so that is the first little catch up here on the channel. If you could, please, subscribe, like, share with your friends, whatever. I really am hoping to provide a little bit more on this channel this year. I know I tried to do it while like during my whole pregnancy, but honestly, the pregnancy was really hard and I had no energy. So in my comeback, return to racing, whatever you want to call it, as a mom of 3, as a professional triathlete, I am hoping to share a lot more on here. And the amount of help that it provides people like myself who are very, very mid-pack and trying to make a name for ourselves, trying to get sponsors, all these things, your help of simply liking, subscribing, and watching really makes a huge difference for athletes like myself in being able to, make a go of this. So that's my quick little plea to you guys. It is Monday, April 14th right now. And so I am officially starting actual training. I'm not working with my coach just yet. I am going to give it another week or two to kind of just let myself figure out scheduling because we don't have daycare for baby girl. We're both working, all these things. So trying to just figure out what that's going to look like and start kind of getting back into volume and, all those pieces. So I rode my bike this morning for 90 minutes. She slept the entire time, which was wonderful. So she was my little buddy during it. And now it's about 12:30 and we've been working and hanging out, and now we're having some food. I just got done pumping, and then I have a meeting coming up, and then I'm going to the pool. So it'll be an interesting, scheduling is going to be really interesting throughout this. And I definitely am having moments of like, how am I going to do this? What's this going to look like? But thankfully we have a good village around us. And yeah, I will do my best to share kind of the journey with you guys on how this all goes, and hope to see you guys out there here soon. So thanks for watching my first little vlog here as the comeback as a mom of 3, and we'll be back here with the next one. Bye guys.